Hello, my name's Peter Donnelly, and I'd like to read you a few poems from my new collection, which has just been published recently by Alien Butter Press, called Bloom and Grow. So the first one I'd like to read is the poem that gives the collection its title. It's called Bloom and Grow, and first appeared in the Dreek magazine and has also appeared in the Starbeck Orion. It's been almost a year and I haven't broken anything so far. I thought I'd lost one of your plants. It turned out it just needed a larger pot. Now flourishes magenta ahead of the other three. They must like the stuff in the two little green bottles I found in the cupboard under your sink, but the one labelled Bloom had less in it than the one labelled Grow. Did you use more of it, or had you just had it for longer? I alternated them with my weekly waterings on Sunday mornings, closer to your lunchtime. Bloom 1 week, Grow the next. But now Bloom is empty, lying at the bottom of my bin, with brown crust around its rim. The first thing of yours I've thrown out. For what use is an empty plant food bottle? Grow stands alone amongst strangers on my kitchen shelf, looking bereft like a swan who's lost its mate, not, strangely, like you, once N had died, but rather as he'd have been, had you gone first. That was a poem about my late great-auntie who died a few years ago and is the subject of quite a few of the poems in the book, including the first one, which is called She Wouldn't Have a Dog. And that was first published by The Broken Spine and has also been included in the Starbeck Orion. She wouldn't have a dog. Nor would she have a child, because she didn't like either. But why not a cat, perhaps her favourite animal? Was it the thought of a flap on her back door, saucers of food, milk and water on the floor of her kitchen with no utility area? Or, heaven forbid, litter trays? The idea of cleaning those would have made her stomach churn. Accidents on her carpets would have caused her blood to boil. Vet's bills, cattery fees, trusting a neighbour with her keys. Or was it the fear of it getting run over, killed, or simply passing away as she'd have known it must one day? But she loved it when Milly from next door came into her garden, would stroke her whilst sitting outside on the patio, sipping her mid-morning coffee. And there's also one poem in the book about my late great-grandmother, the mother of my great-auntie, whose birthday it is today, or would have been. She would have been 118, so naturally she's no longer with us, but it's quite appropriate that the book is launching on the date of her birth, the 3rd of April. And this poem is called As the Days Lengthen. The cold strengthens, goes the saying. Though she had to lengthen the phrase, but be that as it may, spring is just around the corner. I thought that was part of it, would say it to myself when I couldn't get to sleep, like counting sheep. She did that, my great-grandma, added her own bits to old wives' tales, like a liberal preacher adding to God's word. all good things must come to an end, as must all bad things, she went on, her attempt to console me when I finished university and didn't get the place on the postgraduate course. And I should have said that that poem also previously appeared in the Starbeck Orion magazine on 2 occasions, I think. So, yes, this is my book Bloom and Grow, which is now available to buy on Amazon, published by Alien Butter Press. Thank you. Bye-bye.